Morning. Today we are going to learn about the remaining interview questions of VLSI DFT. Right. First question is why scan chain is deleted before the placement and reconnected after routing. It is called scan chain reordering. Deletion and reconnecting. Scan chain is reordering. It is an optimization to ensure the scan chain is connected in the most efficient way based upon the placement of the flops. At initial stage, we don't have the placement information. So we just stitch the flops register by register. But after placement, it might be possible that the two flops stitched at initial stage of a different block sits far or too far from each other when the placement is done. So if we keep the scan chain stitched same as an initial stage, very long and wired and inefficient scan path results. So before we do placement, remove the scan chain stitching, and once you done the placement, we restitch the whole scan chain. So the tool will systematically stitch the scan flops. So to avoid the routing conjunction and reduce the wire length, so we will go for the reordering of scan chain. Next question is, what are the factors which decide the number of scan chains? So factors such as availability of chip input pins, available tester channels, and on-chip routing conjunction caused by changing the storage element in test mode limit the number of scan chains. Next question is, LOS is a combinational atpg algorithm and LOC is sequential atpg algorithm. Why? LOC is sequential since it is essentially a double capture, and the atpg tool needs to be able to store the state of the circuit after the last shift, and first clock pulse of the capture in order to know what is expected after the second clock. And LOS is essentially the same as a simple stucket since there is only one clock pulse during the capture. So no second state needs to be stored by the ATPG to determine how the circuit will react after the second clock pulse. Simply in LOC, we have two capture pulses. LOS, we have only one capture pulse during when the scan enable is low. So automatically number of capture cycles will gives the sequential depth. So in sequential ATPG case, number of capture cycles are more. Yeah, this is a big lengthy question. The purpose of OCC controller, what scan enable signals will go to my OCC controller, clock chain and why. Lockup latch purpose, if I have 5 negative edge triggered flops and 5 positive edge triggered flop, how will I arrange them? So how can we solve the negative flops followed by positive flops race condition? The answer is, the purpose of OCC controller is to manage the clock signals in a design and ensure the proper timing. OCC will ensure the proper timing, will manage the clock signals. So scan enable signals are used for testing and debugging purpose. Pipeline signals are used for faster data transfer while non-pipeline signals are used for simple designs. Lockup latch is used to prevent the race condition between negage and pauses triggered flops. Arrangement of flops depends upon the design requirements and timing constraints. Adding buffers in the data path can help to solve the race conditions. What are the methods to debug the mismatches in MBIST simulation? Check for any issues in memory MBIST setup. Verify the test patterns being applied to the memory. Analyze the simulation results to identify the mismatches. Use the waveform viewer to trace the signals and identify the potential issues. Compare the expected behavior with the actual simulation results. Check for any timing violations or signal integrity issues. Yeah. What is scan chain reorder? We already discussed in this question. Scan chain reorder is used to optimize the order of the scan chains in a design to improve the test coverage. It involves the rearranging the scan chains to minimize the test application time and maximize the fault coverage. Okay, this is all about today's interview questions. We will meet the next part. Please share and subscribe my channel.